Hey, welcome back. So it is Saturday, and I have about 2 days until I start my diet. So I'm getting ready to go out and get some things that I need to complete that. So I figured I'd do another get ready with me while I talk about more things. I guess my tripod situation's a little better, but I still don't have any camera skills or anything, so we're getting there. Alright, so let's get started. So I guess I'll start by telling about what my actual doctors do for their diet. I don't have a traditional, full liquid diet that I've heard of other people having for pre-surgical diets. I have an actual meal plan, and I'm allowed to eat one meal a day, which I think is really awesome because I definitely wouldn't be able to succeed if I was hungry. And that's weird. So it's breakfast is a protein drink. Then you have a snack that's either an apple, an orange, or a pear. And then you have lunch is where you're allowed to have your meal. So it's 6 ounces of protein, like a lean protein, and vegetables. So it's like a zero carb diet, except for natural carbs from fruit, obviously, and veggies. So it's a zero carb diet. And then you have another snack, which is, once again, an apple, orange, or pear. And then dinner is a protein drink. And then if you're hungry before bed, like after dinner, then you're allowed to have another protein shake. Which hopefully I don't have to get to that point. So that's the diet. And I have to do it for 3 weeks because of some situations that happened during the 6-month pre-op thing that naturally caused me to gain some weight. So do it for 3 weeks so I can get a little bit more off. So I'm excited about that. I'm a little nervous, again, now it feels real because, the diet is starting soon, and I'm nervous, what happens if I don't succeed on the diet? What happens? Because I don't want to be the one who, you go through all this stuff, and then you fail on the diet, and you don't get to have surgery. So yeah, I'm nervous that I might have to reschedule what I got going on. So I'm just gonna work my butt off to try to make sure that doesn't happen. I know you guys can see I'm giant ass blemishes over here. It's just one of those things that happens. I'm 27 and I still get acne, and I'm hoping that this surgery, maybe that'll help, with the whole corrections of the PCOS thing. Who knows? Who knows what I'm talking about? So yeah. So we're gonna go to BJ's because I need to get, obviously, a buttload of protein shakes. I have a full case at home right now of the Premier Protein. That's what I've been liking, is the Premier chocolate. I tried the vanilla one because, everybody talks about the vanilla one being the best one, and no, sis, I do not recommend. 10 out of 10 do not recommend the vanilla one. Cold and warm, it was not for me. So I'm gonna get a buttload more of chocolate. I also ordered, there's just a 4-pack, because it's where I live, it's really difficult to find the Premier Clear protein drinks. So I ordered just a 4-pack of that off of Target or Amazon, I don't know, of the tropical one. I'll see how that tastes. And I'll probably have to go to a regular supermarket and get a 4-pack of another Premier flavor because I really like the chocolate one, but who knows how sick of that I'm going to get at the end of those 3 weeks. Yeah, I'm definitely more nervous than I was last time I turned this camera on, which was just 2 days ago. An update, I didn't have to stay overnight at work. That situation resolved itself. So maybe It probably looks like I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to doing my makeup, but I promise you, I don't look like a hot mess every day. I wouldn't leave my house if I did. I'm trying out this foundation for the first time today. I don't even know if it's foundation, honestly. I'm pretty sure it is. It was on the foundation section. And it's the Clinique Even Better Makeup. Like, you guys like my lovely makeup faces? Find me a female that can put things under their eyes without opening their mouth completely wide. Alright, so I'm trying to recap on everything before I truly forget, because I want to remember every part of this. I want to be able to help people in the future who might be doing this surgery and might have questions. So let's talk about the process that I've been through for the last 6 months. So I guess I can tell you, I was a smoker when I started this process. I'm not anymore. It's been 3 months since I quit smoking. Specifically for this surgery, and I should have quit for other reasons, but you know what, we all have our motivations, we all have our vices, and mine was quitting for the surgery. So I did that. My first appointment with my doctor was, I just met with him, and he went over everything that I needed to do. He took my height and weight, he took my picture for my chart, and all that. And then I met with his wife, who is the sweetest lady ever. So she's like the coordinator for everything. So she told me exactly like what I would need to do, how much everything would cost, and all that. So then she set up like basically all of my appointments. I didn't need more foundation. I don't know why I'm putting it on. So she set up basically all of my appointments, because the way that they're set up, the hospital that I'm going to for him, he's affiliated with a couple hospitals on Long Island, but the hospital that I'm going to, they really wanted him. So they built him his own thing. I think my husband's coming. Yeah, sorry. That was my husband. He just came, and he's blasting Fat Bottom Girls, which would be ironic to hear this in the background, but I'm not trying to get copyrighted if I do decide to post this. So I finished my foundation, and I'm up to concealer. I'm using Naked Skin. This is thebomb.com. Love that. Again, I think I'm the only person who still uses it, but I have a hard time letting things go. So what was I talking about? You're gonna hear him. He's a freak. So I met with the wife. We set up all our appointments. So the hospital really wanted him, so they built him his own. It's called the Bariatric Center of Excellence. And all of the doctors, basically all the doctors that you'll ever need to see except for a primary care physician and a cardiologist, are in that building. So I had to do what's called a 5-in-1, which is where I went to 5 different doctors in one day. So that was going to be my second appointment with Dr. Amon. I saw him. I got a sonogram of my liver and stuff to make sure that everything was good and to see how big it is. Because they check to see if your liver is fatty or not, which when you're obese, you have a fatty liver. And that's the point of the liquid diet, is to shrink your liver to make the pre-op diet, to shrink your liver to make surgery safer. And then I went and saw a pulmonologist. I'm gonna have to cut that out. I have a nose ring. So, to try to get around the nose ring, that's what I do. So a pulmonologist. I got blood drawn, and I saw a nutritionist. And we talked about all of my eating habits, and she explained to me certain things to do. Like, they're the ones who explain the vitamins and the protein shakes. They give you samples, they give you meal plans. Like, the nutritionist was very helpful during this whole thing, and I think I'll probably continue to go afterwards because it's free for a year when you go to him. You pay a program fee, which covers all of your copays for all of those doctors that are in his building and for the nutrition. So you get to go free for a year after surgery. So take advantage. So then I had to make my own cardiology appointment. I did that, which was super easy. Like, none of it, I was really nervous about all of it because it's really scary when you get to see, when you have to go check out on your insides and make sure that everything is okay. It's scary for the first time, especially me, because like I said, I was a smoker. And even though I was young, like, you never know, like, crazier things have happened, you know? So I was very, very, very happy to find that I was perfectly healthy, and that was exciting. I'm not a snorer, and I don't breathe out of my nose. I mean, I don't breathe out of my mouth. So, I didn't have to go do a sleep study, but, because I definitely don't have sleep apnea. But, you know, that might be another test that somebody else might have to do. You might have to go get tested for sleep apnea. But just for me, personally, I did not have to do that. But I think my sister does. So, yeah, pulmonology was super easy. Just blow into a tube and then listen to your lungs. And everything came back good. I imagine if he heard something, it would have been more than that. But for me, I was young and all my parts worked, so I didn't have to. And then you have to get an endoscopy, which I got nervous about because I had never been under anesthesia before. So that was cool because, I mean, not cool, but cool because it was like a trial run for me. Like, okay, I was under anesthesia and everything was okay. So now, like, my nerves about that for next time are gone. And that was super quick. And that's like, as I was falling out for anesthesia, my doctor was trying to make the appointment for my surgery with me because he's a goofball. And honestly, I truly love him. And his whole family is involved in the practice. And they're super nice. So then the other thing that I had to do was you have to go to one support group. And they have like a million different kinds. At his place, he has for older people, younger people, people who have had the surgery done years ago, like all different kinds, Healthy Start, Continuing Healthy Habits. I went to young adult support group at one time. His daughter runs that group. She was a sweetheart. And then the continuation of that group, there's like a chat room that you can join, which I joined for a little bit. I just hate like when my phone rings, especially when I'm at work. So I took myself out of that. But I imagine for people who needed the support, it would be helpful. So yeah, now here we are. I'm 3 weeks and 2 days away from having surgery. I'm so excited and I'm so nervous. This past like month has been really hard because I like to shop. And like, you know, I'm a professional and I need to have professional clothing, but my line of work, my clothes get destroyed a little quicker. So I have to dress business casual for work, but I also get dirty at work. So my clothes get destroyed a little quicker, and it's been hard to not replace them because I could buy, you know, a $30 sweater and it won't fit next year. And it's a waste. Like my sister and I are the same size now, but she's getting surgery like 3 weeks after me, so I can't give it to her. And then, I mean, I could donate, but like, why purposely waste my money? Like for me, it's a waste. So I've been wearing like old ratty clothes, which I hate doing. I truly hate doing that. Like I like to look neat for the most part, especially at work. So yeah, it's been really hard not to shop and buy new clothes because the clothes are really cute right now. There's like the whole, like the 90s are back and like the vintagey stuff is back and like I want it. But I have so much more to look forward to. I'll actually be able to shop at like cute stores and buy things that I haven't been able to wear in a while. So that's exciting. I can't decide on a blush. I guess I'll use this. I went through a phase for a little while where I like hoarded makeup, and now I have a bunch of makeup that I have to like try to hit pan on, just, you know, not to be wasteful. So I've had this one probably like 2 years, and I'm trying really hard. So you guys, I wear this almost every day now. I don't even want to talk about the amount of eyeshadow palettes I have. That's a whole nother thing. So yeah, I'm not a professional, so don't judge me with where I put this stuff. I just do what I think works best for my face shape. We all have different face shapes. Mine is pretty round. Things stick out. What else? Okay, so the one thing I'm confused about is vitamins. Like, those are expensive, you know? And like, I don't want to pay, like, I work in retail, so I have a very different view of how most people in this world see things. So I see it as companies try to scam you. Like, it doesn't matter that my doctor is like the nicest person ever. Like, he wants me to buy the vitamins from his office, and they're really expensive. It's like $60 for a month of vitamins, and like, why? I'll go bankrupt in like a year of taking all these vitamins you gotta take, because you gotta take a multivitamin, calcium, vitamin D, iron, or whatever. I don't even remember. That's a lot. It's a lot, you know? So my nutritionist, shout out to my nutritionist because she's the best, was like, don't waste money, buy Flintstones. So I'm 27 and I'm back on Flintstones vitamins. Because they the bomb, and she the bomb for telling me that. But when you take the Flintstones vitamins, you have to take vitamin B1. So I was like, great, that's another vitamin to buy. But she hooked me up with some stuff on Amazon that's super cheap. So got that squared away. But I just don't know, like, for how long do you have to take the vitamins? Like, am I going to be a vitamin junkie for the rest of my life now? Or I'm going to use this. I'm just going to settle. This is what's up highlighter. Or, like, when you start eating regular foods again, like, can you stop taking all those vitamins? Like, I don't know. So when I rewatch this, I'll write down this question I have to ask, because I have one more appointment coming up next week for my final weigh-in, and then I'll see the lady and I'll ask her any questions I have. I have a couple questions. Like, my husband wants to stay in the hospital with me overnight because I have to be there for a night, and he's adorable. But I don't know. I don't know if my hospital will allow it. I don't know what my hospital will allow me to bring, what I need to bring, what I don't need to bring, things like that. So at my appointment next week, I'm going to ask all those questions so that I can be prepared, because it's coming up. I'm like, I gotta do some shopping. Like, I went out and bought some sports bras that don't have the thick band, because right now I just have like the really, like, the good ones for working out, which have like a super thick band, and they like just suck everything in, and I feel like that might be uncomfortable after surgery. So I just went out and bought like a bunch of like cheaper, like Hanes cotton ones, just so that, like, I don't like to have everything hanging out. So just so I can feel a little comfortable where everything's not hanging out, but also like I'm not constricted. Ladies know what I mean. And that's that. So yeah, it's coming up quick. I'm super nervous. I'm super excited. I'm looking forward to, like, I have all these awesome things coming up. Like, it's perfect timing. Like, one of my best friends is getting married next year, and I'm a bridesmaid in that wedding. So, you know, I'm gonna look really nice in a dress now. My cousin's getting married this summer, so I'll actually feel like I look really good in family pictures. We're going to Mexico. That was kind of like a celebratory trip. Like, my husband and I really love to travel. We don't have kids right now, so we take advantage, and we really love to travel. So we booked a trip to Mexico. So I'm really excited. You know, I'll be 5 months post-op then. So I won't be like crazy super skinny, but I'll be like enough where I'll be confident enough to do things. You know, maybe I'll wear a 2-piece bathing suit this year, or things I haven't done in a long time. I'm gonna use my Jaclyn Hill. It's a little ratty. My Jaclyn Hill top. And that's that. And then I have another friend who's getting married this year, and there's just so many really awesome things coming up, and like, I didn't plan it out, but it's just really good timing for that. I don't know. I don't really know what else to talk about right now. Like, you know, we're going into the final countdown, and it's like really starting to get real, and I can't wait to see just even like how much of a difference these 3 weeks is going to make. I'm hoping to lose about 20 pounds. I gotta go get dressed and go before my husband has a heart attack. So thanks for hanging out and letting me say some random thoughts. Again, I'll be back on Monday to talk about the beginning of my diet. I appreciate anybody who's here watching, if anybody's watching, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.